All right, so I'm going to try to do a thrust climb here. The detent for thrust climb, as a Boeing pilot, I still struggle with these detents on occasion. I did learn recently that you stay in climb thrust detent almost the entire time that you're in flight, all the way down to the approach, all the way down to the landing. You stay in climb thrust, I guess. But the flex detent, okay, is this one up here, and then the climb thrust is there. All right. We're going to attempt to do a D-rate flex 44 takeoff here. Let's do it. We probably want some sounds. Now I'm going to focus on the plane and my voice. It might be sub. I don't know if it's going to be what the pricing situation is. Croc Boom, how are you? All right, let's do this. Parking brake off. Do you hold your brakes and then fast forward the throttle here a little bit? I don't know. Here we go. There's one detent. There is manual thrust. There's flex 44. It's very particular. Flex and 44. Trying to stay on the center line, but it's oh snack. The plane's lifting off the ground. Whoa. This is like an EasyJet pilot. Here we go. Gear coming up. That just took off like, wow, that was super too easy. Okay, we'll continue the climb. Hand flying. There's a lot of noise back there in the cabin. What is all that? Is that active sky? Or is that, where is that sound coming from? Okay, continuing up. We're going to clean up the flaps. And we're going to go to thrust climb. There's thrust climb. I'm going to hit the autopilot 1 on. Passing through 2,500. And we'll do a quick flyby. Ooh, it's murky. People are screaming. Ah! Don't think of the detents as a command to the auto thrust, rather a limit for how much the thrust can set. Okay. I got to change my mindset, Eagle Blue. You're right. Student pilot lift-off. Yep. That was a shoddy takeoff. I didn't realize how quickly that nose was lifting up. Very, 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 very interesting. Yeah, are these IAEs? All right, is that normal for it to switch to speed mode? Go from climb thrust to speed mode? Because here on the PFD it says speed instead of thrust climb. Is that okay? Oh, snack. Perfectly normal? All right, thank you. Oh, now it's back to thrust climb. Oh, because of the constraint. Ah, okay. Thank you, Eagle Blue. Thank you, Delibird. Thank you, Nine King. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your patience. I know this is probably painful at times to watch me fly an Airbus, but you guys are extremely patient and extremely helpful, and I am very appreciative of it. All right, now we'll go standard pressure. Not painful, more fun. It's fun to recruit you to the dark side of FS. Yeah, I maintain that X-Plane's the dark side, and this is the light side, but I could be wrong. Could be reversed. Or is Airbus the dark side, and Boeing's the light side, or vice versa? Oh, we can see a little bit of the ORBX True Earth through the cloudage. You can go open climb to negate the constraint. It's by ATC anyway. There's light and dark in us all. Yeah. Okay, so how would I do the open climb? Would I just would I press here, right click or left click? Right click. And then that's going to change this to open climb. All right, open climb. That's very important for me to know that, because when I go online on Pilot Edge or VATSIM, and they are telling me to climb and maintain XXX, and it's outside of the restraints in the flight plan, I need to know how to do that. So I just right click on altitude. I'm in open climb. And is it going to, it's going to go up to whatever my FCU is set as the altitude, right? So in this case, it's going to climb up to 28,280. What is that sound? I can't figure out where that sound's coming from. It's not a part of the FSLabs. Where is that coming from? All right, 8,000 feet. We're almost getting ready to turn off lights. Look at the, well, that's cool. Look at the true Earth. Should not be taking in the scenery so much on this climb out, but. So does right click pull then? Okay. It's not the plane. Crockbum, I was asking Black Box this morning, and he didn't know what I was talking about with regard to the turbulence. So you're saying mute active skies in the volume mixer? All right, let's go to volume mixer. I don't have active sky in my volume mixer. That's unfortunate. I have the Kutul scripting, OBS, Lockheed Martin. I'm going to have to go to the whole sound settings here. So here's sound settings. We're going to go down to app volume and device preferences. Yeah, again, I don't have active sky listed. That's really weird. Alright, so they added the sounds to make turbulence more realistic. It is from the plane. He said it wasn't from the plane. Or, I mean, there's an environment volume, right? So if you go here to menu and you do options, and then you go to sounds, and then sound volumes. Seriously, if I take this all the way down to 0, I still will hear that turbulence, I swear. But maybe not. Let's try and see what happens. Yeah, it sounds like turbulence. Yeah, there's rattlesnake on the plane. Yep. Iowa Scotsman, good morning. Stewardess is getting the coffee ready. Just simple Airbus logic. Push it in for it to take the instructions from the FMS, and pulling is you set the instructions. Pull, you set. Push, you let it take. All right. But you're saying to go into, you know what? Let me do this. Let's go over to active sky. And if I go to options, audio options, audio volume, if I take the audio volume to 0 in active sky, that's just for ATIS and flight watch messages though. That's not turbulent sound. No, that's not going to be it. I don't know. I don't know. Someone said go to system though. When you said click system. Yeah. Jay Krause, good morning. Bad joke. Blue Idol. Good to see you, John. 53 North. Are you following the tuts which come with the aircraft, or what's the tuts? Maybe the plane doesn't have volume slider for that specific sound. It sounds bad, but no one knew what I was talking about when I was asking Black Box. RTFM. You're 99% sure the sound is coming from the plane, but I have no idea how to turn it down. Okay, so do you have this plane, and do you have the same thing? All right, we better turn off some lights. We're way behind on the SOP. Okay, retraction. Strobes can stay on. All of that. Oh, that nose light should have been off a long time ago. We're going to leave the seatbelt signs on during the climb here for a little bit. And I need to disarm. Should have done that a while ago. I do have FS to crew, by the way. I picked up FS to crew, and I would like to learn it. But I need to understand all of what I'm supposed to say to it and all of what it's supposed to say to me. But I got it because I thought it would help with some of the immersion of, you know, a 2-person crew. So AS doesn't have a profile for this. It just manages to connect with the FMGC to retrieve the flight plan, so you can correct winds. Okay. Well, the shaking, the turbulent shaking, is way too high. And the thing is that it seems like I adjusted the volume of... Oh, here we go. I'm turning the system volume down. Let's see if that... There's P3D sounds in general. We'll see if it's a system sound or a P3D sound. Yeah, when the sound comes on, there's no shaking of the aircraft for sure. Speaking of 2-person crew, I'm on crew phase for ATP basically. Me and another pilot fly around the country to build commercial PIC time. Pilot Peter 19, never ever take it for granted. You are a very lucky man, and there's many of us that would love to switch places with you at times. I'm very envious of anyone who can fly on a regular basis in the real world. In the meantime, I get to fly fake planes. But boy, has flight simulation come a long way. Oh, baby. All right. I think I was supposed to set my altitude at 27. Yeah. And so I went too high. So I'm going to change my vertical speed here to go down. Back down to 270. Because I think... Yeah, it's 270. Oops. Yeah, $150,000 loan. That would, yeah. All right, so it is an east altitude, right? From Cardiff to Edinburgh. ATP's Archers are 250 an hour. It's ridiculous. Does that include the instructor? The instructor? I went to the local flight school, and I went up with an instructor in one of those little Czech sport cruisers. That's an awesome plane. It was fun. Oh, they're brand new Archers then. Wow. Are they G1000? That would be pretty cool. Where is the flight attendant with coffee and lunch? No kidding. Oh, they're G500? Okay. Very cool. P3D has X-Plane beat in the cloud category for sure. Yep. I've said it many times. I'll say it again. Right, as far as Navigraph is concerned, you can see we took off here from Cardiff. We're on our way. We're just over the Welsh Pool area. It's really handy that Navigraph Charts has the georeferencing. It's fantastic. We'll make our way up here. Go over Liverpool area. Speaking of Liverpool, I watched that Yesterday movie just recently. That was pretty good. Then we'll come up here to the Escadoe waypoint, and then we'll shoot our approach into Edinburgh. I think we're going to land on runway 24, which will take us out over what sea is this? What sea is that between the Netherlands and the UK? And sorry, Copenhagen, Denmark, Scandinavia. That's the North Sea. Okay. So we'll go out over the North Sea. And is this called the Forth River? That river that goes inland. We have a tea time in Edinburgh. I think like I say, I think we'll shoot the ILS 24. Wolfie 2671. Yeah, it's going well. I'm enjoying this P3D way too much. Yeah, look at all the gorgeous ORBX scenery. I installed True Earth. I installed all 3 True Earth Great Britons for P3D from ORBX, and we're not seeing any of it. Told you to give it time and it would grow on you. Yeah, I don't see myself doing very much general aviation in P3D. I don't see it. But obviously I'll be flying the PMDG products. This, and I may go back into the quality wings. I don't know. The goal for John Fly is to become comfortable enough to take this online. And now that I know what open descent, how I get into open descent, I should probably hit this again, huh? Wait, how do I do that? How do I get? All right, so when I get to the top of climb, I'm gonna want to reset my FCU altitude. I don't know if you'd call it an FCU altitude, and then we will descend to that point. Top. How come it doesn't say top of descent? It just says, or is that the top of descent? Even though it doesn't say that. It doesn't say T/D, but it's in the descent mode. That is our top of descent, right? The Milvis King Air for P3D seems to be getting decent reviews. Yeah, I have the Milvis King Air 350. Or no, I have the King Air 350 from FSLabs. Yeah. I do have the A2A planes, Wolfie. I have the 172 and I have the 182. So, is that top of descent? Have you reached top of climb? Well, I overshot by 1,000 feet my cruise altitude, which was, but now I went back down and I'm cruising at 270. It switched to DES because of your descent. Yeah, snapshot. So that's a question. If I want to go back to the cruise menu, how do I do that? Because all I see here is, the plane says, oh, you went high and you're coming back down. How do I reset it to the cruise menu? Well, Did you? I didn't. I watched a little bit of the LSU Oklahoma game, but I did not watch Ohio State Clemson, and I'm kind of happy that Clemson won, to be honest. And now it's LSU Clemson, and I probably will be rooting for the underdog. I don't know yet. Black Box 711 did get a number of crashes on the King Air 350. Did he? I saw him flying it. We usually go for FAF altitude. Does anyone know how? So you need to pull the alt to whatever you would like. All right. Well, I want it to cruise at 270. If you read the MCDU, it shows distance until flight level 270. That's because FCU altitude is 270. Okay, but how do I get back to the cruise menu? Is there any way to do that? Here's what I found. The pilot cannot change the descent data once the FMGC is in the descent phase. If you wish to make a change to the FMGC descent speed once you are in descent phase, enter a new cruise altitude below your current altitude into the prog page. This will cause the FMGC to revert back to the cruise phase and allow you to enter a new descent speed in the perf. That's what I want. Yes, that's awesome. ESPN is giving Clemson a 65% chance to win. Really? Wow. All right, so a NIP page. Can I put in the same cruise? Let's just drop down. Should I 2.5? But then again, we're gonna descend to 2.5 though. Let's see here. It said to do it in. It said to do it in the prog page. So prog page. It's got CRZ. So if you wish to make a change to the FMGC descent speed once you are in descent phase, enter a new cruise altitude below your current altitude into the prog page. 270. Hey, there we go. Thank you, Snapshot. Thank you. Thank you, 9 King 9. I'm just going to give you guys 444. And I'm also going to give 444 to 9 because he's just being so helpful. Love it. And there's several other people who have been chiming in with some amazing information. By the way, those snacks are good for giveaways. John Fly is happy to give away gift certificates. I've been giving away a lot of X-Plane.org store gift certificates. We hit $5,080. So almost $5,100 in gift certificates that we've given away since we started streaming back in 2015. And we'll keep it going. But because I'm now doing a little bit of P3 Day, I will give out some Sim Market gift certificates on occasion. We are giving away 3 aircraft next week for FS Economy. So if you're, it's too late to do it now, but the Snack Air pilots on the Snack Air FS Economy roster have been competing all month to stay in the top 10, top 20, and also qualify with 15 flights or more for one of the planes. And then we're giving away a TBM, a PC-12, and a Baron 58. We're not giving away the actual model for the sim. We're giving away so you actually own the plane in your FS Economy profile. And that competition ends on New Year's Eve. And it will draw the winners randomly from those who qualify at the different tiers. We'll do that the first week of January. I'm excited. That was all due to donations from Jeffrey Valentine. Sounders here for moral support. I appreciate that. Oh. You know what? I don't think it gave you. I don't think it gave you snacks because Flyjohn's been asleep. Yeah, Flyjohn's been asleep. So let me do that again. All right. There we go. And snapshot. And I think, yeah, now we're good. Now everyone can type in exclamation snacks and it'll give you your snack balance. Because we do raffles basically for the giveaway. Yeah, almost 5,100 in gift certificate giveaways. Yeah. Now, I do have to give a disclaimer on that. Many of the gift certificates that I've purchased are a direct result of donations to the channel. So it's, you know, some of that has been out of my own pocket, and I've used some of the Twitch income. But sometimes there's been people that just outright donated, and we've put it toward giveaways. So it's a community number, not a John Fly number. So, and then of course we've also given away hardware. We've given away joysticks. We gave away a Turtle Beach headset. Also a Elgato capture card. Several other items, which are, it's fun to give. And someone gave me the FSLabs A321, and someone gave me GSX. Did you win the headset, St. Wolfric? Still awesome? Yeah, that Turtle Beach headset, that's a nice one. I do like that one, yeah. I don't have the destination data in, no. So I'll go over to Active Sky, and we'll go to Conditions, EGPH. Let's compare. Can someone type in exclamation METAR space EGPH, and then we'll compare Active Sky to the METAR that we pull in the chat. I'm going to go to the next page. Or sorry, next phase. Next phase. So it's saying 220 at 15. Winds here. Yep, 220 at 15. 999 few at 17. Temperature 10. Yep, it's the same. Cool. It is the same. All right, so let's put in QNH of 1020. Temperature 10. Winds are 220 at 15. And decision height we can put in, I believe it'll be 200. I could be wrong, but we can change that. 200. All right, previous phase. There's cruise. All right. What's our top of descent? In 36 miles. Okay. So if we go over here again to Navigraph and we click on the Tweed 3 Alpha arrival, the bottom altitude at 260 or below in pip. It's giving me a speed restriction. Use FAF Alt for ILS when there is no ATC. So if we go to the ILS chart, and we're supposed to be at 3,000. So do you think I should bug up 3,000 and then put in the approach? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. It's an interesting arc here, 12 DME arc. I like that. Okay, 3,000 in DES mode, it will hold speed and altitude. Can you call up enemy target with that? Yeah, you can call up, well, anything that has an ATIS. You can also do pilot edge airports if you type in exclamation ATIS and then a pilot edge towered airport. Let's look at the flight plan and see what it has us going to. Okay, so it doesn't have that arrival. So I'm going to do EGPH arrival ILS 24, and we're doing it via the Tweed 3 Alpha. It's not letting me do the Tweed 3 Alpha. That's interesting. So maybe I have to do the 2 Charlie or the 2 Delta? Oh, no, it did do it. Okay, thank you. Yep, all right, thank you, sorry. Insert that. And then flight plan. The bottom of red route 1, 3,000. Okay. There's 3,000. And I'll get rid of the discontinuity. The other thing I want to do is, all right, so we got 32 miles to the top of descent. So once I get to the top of descent, I didn't do the DES mode, but once I get to the top of descent, then I'm just going to push this in, right? Right click? Or left? Is it right click? Left click to push, right? Left click, okay. Left click to push. I'm going to quickly let the passengers go to the bathroom. Got to remember to turn that back on. Check your FP with plan mode. There is some shenanigans with okay. So flight plan, and then on the EFIS, go into the plan mode. All right, and then is there a way to step? Yeah, well, probably you can scroll through your flight plan. Okay. Let me change the range again here. All right, there's SHAP. And what I could do is just bring this up like that. Tartan. Yeah, I think it's not going out far enough. So we'll probably do vectors. I think I'll just do vectors. Is that a programming error on my part, or is the Tweed 3 Alpha just come with some shenanigans? It's appropriate that the shenanigans are in play in Scotland. The arrival is a bit jank. Okay, yeah, I'll just do vectors once we get down to a certain point. All right, top of descent should be coming in. We'll keep it on arc. 12 miles to the top of descent. You can delete Tweed and self-vector after Tartan. Yeah, I could do that. Fun. Oh, we can actually see some true Earth down there. That looks pretty good. see if we can get a few nice views. Better turn the seatbelt sign back on. And our top of descent is coming up really soon. By the way, when doing an MPA or Cat 1 ILS, you need to fill in the MDA and not the DH. Okay, so here it's giving me a decision height of 200. Where do you, and the MDA is looks like it's, the circle to land has an MDA, but I actually don't see the MDA on the Cat 1. I guess we are doing a kind of a circle to land, aren't we? I think the MDA is 1470. And there's a maximum not MDA. Okay. It's 413. What? I'm not seeing that. Oh, crap. Left click. There we go. Okay, descent starting. But for Cat 1, you put in MDA. So MDA 300, decision height 200. So you don't put in the decision height, or do you put in both? Next phase. MDA 300. Decision height. Only MDA. Okay. We're starting down. The true Earth is... That's looking really good down there. Look at that. Look at all of the... look at all the texture. Look at all the farm fields. Wow. DH is for Cat 3. Okay. I thought we did DH on Category 1 and 2, but I'm such a rookie. Not sure if it's because I'm so used to Boeing, but I find the McDo very unintuitive in the bus. Do you 53 North? It's definitely different. Absolutely different. And the thing is I need to break out the Boeing again soon, because if I keep doing bus, I'll become Boeing Rusty. That's my new movie name. Boeing Rusty. Okay, so by the way, okay, yeah, I got that information. The hold for the star is tartan. All right, Kansu jotai. Arigato gozaimashita. Off-sked descent, how are you? Any idea why my ground spoilers might keep disarming themselves? Maybe it's like your gear yesterday. I have no idea. Are you in cruise? Are you in flight and they keep disarming themselves? That's fascinating. Oh, in taxi. Oh. That's a good question. Yeah, do you have any spoiler axes? Maybe you need to recalibrate your joystick. You know, do the recalibration and let where it says let go of everything and let it rethink? No? Okay. The True Earth looks really good. What do you guys think of that True Earth? All right, so after Asgdo, it's going to go PHS 48, and then it's going to tartan, and then we're going to vector from tartan. Okay. Actually, we're not going to vector from tartan. Tartan is a little too much on the... I'm going to go actually on vectors. I'm going to go east of tartan. And then come in and try to intercept. Yeah. No, actually, no, I take it back. No, at tartan, we're going to go... Yeah, we'll just go on vectors after tartan. Yep. Okay, we're good. Spoiler stow when on the ground and you add thrust. This is a safety feature. No, but he's just in an Airbus A319 and he's just arming the spoilers. He's not deploying them, he's arming them. And so as he's taxiing along, his spoilers are disarming. Yeah. I think that's... let him clarify, but I think that's what he means. Yeah, he did say. He said keep disarming themselves. Okay. All right. I don't know what the transition level is here. That's a good question. Where do I find out the transition level for an arrival when I'm flying in Europe? You know, obviously in the States we use 180 flight level. I know that the transition levels vary from place to place in Europe. It's like 5,000, 6,000, whatever. So it's by ATC? Okay. Okay, usually 1,000 above TA. All right, I'm just going to just pretend that we're doing some ops here that are snack air approved. So lights will be coming on. All right, there's the turn at Eskdo. It's 4,000 in Denmark. Okay. It is on the approach charts. So is it on the ILS approach chart or... Oh, yeah. You're right. The ILS 24 at Edinburgh. It says transition altitude 6,000. Thank you very much. So right there, 6,000. But it also says transition level by ATC. So I guess they can change that. All right. Missed approach will be climb straight ahead to 3,000, then is directed. Okay. Very cool. As you can see, we're just right here. We're going to come up to the Tartan waypoint. There's that sound again. I don't know what it's from. And then we're going to vector out here, out over the North Sea, and then intercept the ILS at Edinburgh. The UKTA is 6,000. Okay. So that's like the default is 6,000. Okay. But it is 5,000 in some areas though, right? I thought I saw 5,000 down in the south of the UK at one point. TA is fixed. TL by ATC. All right, so transition level and transition altitude are two different things. Okay, so what is the difference between transition altitude and transition level? I guess I don't understand that. It should just be 12,000 everywhere globally. I'm going to campaign for it. All right, so TA is used on departure, TL is used on arrival. But why is there a TA on the approach plate then? Why do they list both? Yeah. Let me give you a permit here. All right, we better focus a little bit here. The galley trolley stowed. I know. I got to get rid of that noise somehow, and I don't know how to. I'm very perplexed at how do I get rid of that sound. There is the transitions. Okay. At 6,000 is when is the TA when climbing out. You set local altimeter descending through 060. Okay. Transition altitudes for climb out for when you go to standard, and level is for descent. All right. I prefer the US method because I guess I'm biased, but I like just 180. It's easy, right? 180 for everything. And it's up high and away from the ground, so you don't. 17 Camaro, good morning. Good afternoon. You blame Brexit? Yeah. There's that noise again. All right, passing through 9,500. Our speed is a little bit high, so let's just assume for a minute that this Russian wants to defect. If I wanted to slow down right now, would I just pull the speed knob out and then set the speed and then maybe use some spoilers? Okay. Because it's right at the barber pole. Or not the barber pole, but it's right at the 250 knot restriction. Do you have a 250 knot restriction below 10,000 in Europe? It's right there. Okay. I mean, it's below 250, but it's right there. I'll let it continue down on its merry way. It's a Class E restriction. Okay. Flew low level over the UK back when I flew C-130s. One of the problems with such a low transition altitude level is over the Wells in Scotland, the terrain is high enough that you're above the transition level when still VFR low level. There's a haggis waiting if you nail this. Yes! And I need a pint. I need a pint as well. I better go into heading mode. So I'm just going to left click. Sorry. Now there's heading mode. And I'm gonna head out on a heading of 020 for a moment here. Do 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 do. Look at the countryside. Oh no. No. Oh. That scared me. Single malt? I'll take a single malt for sure. Only wee drams served with haggis. Look at the countryside. Doesn't that look spectacular? I can activate the approach. Some people told me not to activate the approach until I get near the initial approach fix. But you're saying I can do it now? Someone said don't do it until I'm on like an intercept heading for the localizer even. I don't know. It will go into standby? Alright. Perf. Activate approach phase. Confirm. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to stay on this heading. We're going to go out over the North Sea for a moment. We're at 5,300. Oh, you meant the approach button. Oh. Yeah, someone said that when the loc is active is when you do the activate the approach. But Delibird is saying that seems way too late. What do you guys think? Set manual IAS. Why can't I do manage speed? Transition level. The barrow is set 1020. Why can't I do manage speed? Is it too fast right now? Because your managed speed is your VAP. Alright. Alright. So I'm going down to 180 right now. Will it slow down? Because your managed speed is your VAP, which is too slow for most approaches. How do I get my plane to slow down right now? It's going way too fast. Do I put out some spoilers? I think I have to. I don't want to level off because I'm near. I need to get down just 300 more feet, and then it'll level off by itself. Yeah, it's going to level off here. Okay. Arm that. And I'm going to go flaps 1. Ooh, it's a little early for flaps 1. That's okay. All right, we're going to make a left turn to 270. We're at 3,000. Just had to Google Scrapple. I don't know what Scrapple is. Dropping gear. Probably shouldn't drop gear in a turn, but... Okay, flaps 2. I'm going to put auto brake medium. Put LS on both sides. Actually, you know what? I'm going to fly 280. Actually, no, I take it back. 290. And then I'm going to arm the localizer. Now the approach button on the FCU will be put into Loc GS in standby. Alright, I put the Loc on manually. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I need haggis and single malt and a pint. I'm going to go ahead and set this to localizer. I've done manage speed all the way down to touchdown before, but in this case, I guess I need to understand why this particular setup. I don't understand that what you're saying about the VAP. Can we see the 4th bridge ahead? I don't see it yet. There's the Loc. Yeah. Do 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 do. All right, I'm going to arm the approach. In just a moment. This is beautiful. Right, I'm going to arm the approach now. I'm going to go flaps 3. Getting dirty out, 9 out. Gears down, 3 green. And we're intercepting. I love the water in P3D. Have faith. Thank you, Sounder. I should probably not be doing a wing view on final. I can hold 170 until 4 DME. And then what do I want to do for my approach speed? It says flap retraction speed at 129, slats 167, clean 187. What do I want to be landing at? Do I want to be landing at the VAPP? Or no? Put the speed on managed.
2500.
Should I do managed now? Left click. Okay. I trust you. At how many miles? Okay, I'm 7 out. So can I put flaps full at 5 out? Or should I go now? Seems like full out right now would be a little early. It's up to me? Okay. I'll do it at 5 out. Just because it seems kind of stable right now. I'm kind of digging this. Is that the bridge you were talking about? And the island, maybe? You are inside the max speed for flaps full anyway. I'm at 140. So I'm okay then, huh? Alright, let's go flaps full. Alright, flaps full. And then and then I'm gonna land, right? And I'm just gonna wait for it to tell me to retard the throttles, and then I'll take the throttles back, and then I'm gonna go get my haggis. Do they have bangers and mash in Edinburgh? Is that not allowed? Bridge would be to the right. Yeah, I guess I don't see the bridge right now. Oh, look at that shot. Whoa. What do you guys think of that? Wow. Deep fried Mars bars, yeah. Don't need to disengage auto throttle, just pull the thrust back to idle. Okay. Alright, we're flaps full, 3 green, clear to land, ECAM memo, no blue. Cabin is notified. And we are in the lane to Neptune Mass. Kansui Jotai sent a link. What's the link to? Is it to an image? Expecting a smooth landing. You're putting the pressure. I better have. This is on the checklist. A little bit of coffee. Golf course. That is very distracting for one John Fly when he's on a short final. Very distracting. Okay, 1,000. I'm tempted to disengage autopilot. Yep, I'm doing it. Autopilot disengaged. Oh gosh, get my throttle handle ready. We're at 700. Scotty P got it. Can I do this while landing? I can. Boom. 222 to Scotty. This URL not found. Good emote. Oh, snack. Pappies are happy. Pappies are really happy to see me. Frame rate looks good. We're 1.7 out. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It says land now. What's it doing? Is it auto landing? No, it's autopilot's off.
300.
It's on me. 300 above.
100 above.
Landing. Oh, it says the glide slope is a little bit off. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to take a slight adjustment minimum here to the right.
100.
I probably should use some rudder, huh?
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Uh-oh.
10.
Uh-oh.
5.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was definitely on the right side. It said 272. Definitely on the right side. Felt a little clunky. I think I did the retard just like a millisecond too early. Okay, the auto brakes have disarmed. I think I lost my nose wheel steering. Yep, I did. Alright, I'm going to disarm the speed brake. It's a feel thing. You just have to do more landings. I felt like there was some wind that was making my nose just a little bit off there, but there's been worse landings, right? By me, for sure. All right, I'm going to clear that message. We're going to exit the runway. Clear on that side. Going over here. Whoa. Does that qualify for haggis, though, or was that not smooth enough? I need to turn some lights off here in just a second. Acceptable. Haggis for everyone. Yeah, we didn't die. All right. I'm just going to do this. Retract. Strobes to auto. Beacon can stay on. Nose light. Taxi. And we'll continue to the terminal. Oh, and we should also start the APU. Let the flap open. All right, so why did I go into... So on the approach, I had to change my speed, but then once I was captured and my VAPP looks good, then I go managed. Okay. That's a good bit of information. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the flap to open, Lucas. Yeah, before I hit start, I have to wait for that flap to open. I think. I could be wrong. This is ORBX Edinburgh. See how the terminal looks? Around the terminal looks fantastic. When approach phase gets activated in McDo, the managed speed goes all the way down to green dot 210, and then it goes down as you extend flaps. Okay. All right, 53 North, thank you for the haggis. I do appreciate it very, very much. Paddle out, how are you? I am having a super morning, yeah. In the real plane, they do both at the same and press the start for about 5 seconds. They do them at the same time? I've seen Airbus pilots that stream that don't. They wait for that flap to open. Is that wrong? Or did I just not remember that correctly? I don't know if I should park here or up here. All right, I'm going to turn the taxi light off. I don't know if this gate is really works well for this configuration. No, I should have come in at that angle. It's okay. We can change our minds. You don't get marshaller if you don't select stand with GSX. All right, so can I select stand with GSX on the ramp? Steve PHL, how are you doing? Will this do full auto land? That's a good question. I don't know. All right, so if I can do that now. Control Shift F12. Gate 11. Gate A. That's gate. Select the parking facility. No, oh, sorry. Gate or gate A. So it's giving me gate or gate A. But will it guide me to there? To those? Or will it have me choose? I guess I'll just do gate. And then I'll do gate. All right, so it has gate 8, which is right there. That's perfect. Gate 8 medium. Boom. Request follow me. Just warp me in there. That's kind of cool. I'll go no. I think it did it. Oops. He's like, whoa, turn over this way. Student pilot. telling me to stop there, isn't he? Cut engines. Oh, I just got hosted with the Mosted. Black Box coming in hot. Black Box 711 with the monster host, the mega host. Can you believe I'm in this bird? Thank you, Black Box. I do appreciate that very much. We just landed at Edinburgh. Black Box with the subscribe as well.
Hey John, I wish you all the best for the new year. Warn thumbs up, Warn BB love.
Black Box 711, thank you for
a subscribe.
Thank you for the subscribe. And also thank you for the thank you very much for the host. I do appreciate that. Perfect pronunciation. There you go. Yeah, Edinburgh. Someone had to correct me on that. So the thing is, I think I'm going to put my flaps back down for the replay because this doesn't keep the state, does it? I don't know. Oh, throttle. That's not good. We'll show the replay. I kind of clunked it in here into Edinburgh, but I'm overall, being a brand new Airbus FSLabs patron, I'm pretty happy with the overall flight. We flew from Cardiff up to Edinburgh, and yeah, I'm pretty excited with what I'm learning here. There's so much to learn. Thank you for your cold and dark tutorial, Black Box. I watched that intently. I think there were 3 parts that I watched, so thank you for that. Marshaller keeps signaling. Yeah, I was going to cut off the engines, but I wanted to do the replay here, so let's see what happens. I did have some wind on final, so I didn't do the landing all that great, but here we go. Let's watch it again.
500.
And I am running the ORBX True Earth, so yeah. Hop a cab over to the old course. I know, my tea time is soon, right? Glad you found them helpful. Yes, very helpful. Do you think there's anything... there's got to be a few differences because you did them 3 years ago. What I need to do is just go watch one of your newer videos. Even today's VOD, you probably are very descriptive during the whole process. How was your flight down to Madeira? Busy, eh? I'm getting very close to taking this out on VATSIM or Pilot Edge. Did kind of clunk it down here, and almost tail struck it maybe a little bit there. All right, let's go. Oops! I wasn't supposed to go all the way back there. All right, now I'm gonna do a wing view. It's got to load in the scenery again. I'm going to let that scenery load in. Busy but very enjoyable. Yeah, I'm getting close to becoming confident enough to take this on the Pilot Edge network and VATSIM. Yeah. That's a typical Prozac 919 landing. Yeah, this I was blown off a little bit off to the right. I was trying to correct with the rudder, but it wasn't having it. Let's do right wing rear. Let's see how much wing flex happens. There are great US routes to take this bird on. I'm excited about them. I did pick up Baltimore. Latin VFR has a sell on until the end of the year, so it's like 40% off. So I picked up Baltimore. I also picked up New Orleans, John Wayne. I've got to go check those out. But I am super excited to go and see all of the ORBX airports that I have as well. And with the additional center tanks, you can easily go across the U.S. I'm surprised at how many passengers this plane takes. There's so much more for me to learn. I'm really excited to one day do the CP DLC. I haven't really touched the ATSU at all. I really haven't. So. Look at that. You can hear the hydraulics. Is that the PTU we're hearing right now? That's pretty cool. Pretty good scenery. It sounds like a barking dog, yeah. All right, let's see how much this wing shakes up and down. I think yeah. Could be better. I'm going to do a runway view now. So we'll take this back, and I just want to do it from right there. I'm going to pause it, select runway 24, and then I'm going to move this around like that. There's my plane out there. And then I'm going to come back just a bitsy here. How come Project Fly doesn't know the plane is in replay? Oh, yeah. I need to shut that down. I need to complete it. I also need to change the chase plane speed so I can slew this camera view a little bit more quickly. All right, we'll hit play. And then I'm going to stop Project Fly. Progress. Complete the flight. I don't know if Wales or Scotland have a separate passport stamp for Project Fly, or are they all just considered? I mean, I know they're all the UK, but Black Box, got to head out. All right, happy 2020 to you. Happy New Year, and thanks again for all of your amazing. I honestly believe you're the #1 most academic streamer on Twitch. So thank you very much for everything you do for all of us. You're so patient with all of our questions. And yeah, give your cat a hug for me. Take care. All right. Should be able to zoom this bad boy in a little bit more. There we go. Oh, it's kind of a cool view. Definitely need to improve my landings. Right there, I should have, yeah. I'll take it though. I'm new. Illinois Simmer just got here. What are your thoughts on scenery that about picking up during the sale? I'd like to go. I haven't really looked at them. I'd like to go check out Baltimore, New Orleans, and John Wayne. Again, a 40% off sale, that makes it kind of nice. But I need to go see them, and then I can give you my opinion on it. But that's the one thing about P3D is that it's definitely well, how shall I put this? There's not a lot of freeware airports. Let's put it that way. But this Edinburgh looks fantastic, and Cardiff looked great. I think Cardiff was actually included in my ORBX Wales region. I think they include Cardiff Airport. I don't know if True Earth Great Britain includes any airports or not, but the True Earth looked fantastic on the arrival into Scotland here. The True Earth looked great. And we didn't see much of it on the departure out of Cardiff because of the clouds. But, yeah. Fly at night or poor weather and you don't need to worry about scenery. That is very true, off-skid descent. Yeah. I do like this scenery. Speaking of those new sceneries, do you guys want to see, should I do a flight? Should I do a flight out of one of those new ports? Again, we got New Orleans, John Wayne, and and Baltimore. Would you guys like to see one of those? And I could do a flight. I could do a Baltimore to Boston flight, or I could do a New Orleans to somewhere, or I could do a John Wayne to Vegas. Yeah, I'm doing it in the Airbus again. I've got to do the 321 again. Steve, BWI. Okay, we'll go to BWI. How about BWI to Boston? Yeah, I think we'll do BWI to Boston. Miss Amanda 0411, happy Sunday to you. Philly's a little too close. Yeah. That's a good route, about an hour flight. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. All right. One of the nicest routes to fly is Houston to MSY. Who makes a good Houston? Or no, is that Dulles? Wait, is that Dulles or is that Houston? Hoodie-craft. IAH. No, that's not. That's Houston, right? Yeah, Houston. So FS Dream Team makes a Houston for V4? Okay. IAH is